I'm Mary.
And I'm Jenny.
Couldn't get enough of our podcast?
Well, all right. Here's one more bite. Let's stay on a purple note, if you will.
Yeah.
Those beautiful purple plums that are in season right now. Of course, great for jams or chutneys, baked goods. You know, a really nice plum tart is always a really nice treat to make with them. Grilled plums, excellent on their own or tossed into a salad. And there's a method that I know you know a little bit more about, Mary, dehydrated.
Yes, there is. And it's something that people don't normally think of when you're preserving. It's dehydrating produce and vegetables. So we can definitely do this at home. You don't need any major appliances for this, just your oven. And what it does is dehydrating the food, it removes the moisture from it. So it stops the food from molding, basically. And your oven at home will work perfectly for dehydrating your food. So again, like I said, no extra appliances needed for this. But there is a tip. So if you're concerned about the food turning brown before you dehydrate it or while it's dehydrated, so you may want to soak it first and maybe a little bit of lemon juice. You can also blanch the produce before you dehydrate them. That helps with discoloration. Then to keep it fresh for longer, I recommend storing it in an airtight container. You can do freezer grade zip bags, vacuum sealed plastic bags work well for this. If you have one of those home ones where it just sucks out all the air from the bag and vacuum seals it, keep them in a cool place, dry, away from sunlight. And if you're not going to be using it for a while, especially if like humid climates, you want to put that into the freezer. So it's not a bad idea. You freeze them, and then when you want the pack, you just take it out, defrost it, and you can eat it at your leisure.
Okay, and what's a good way to use these dehydrated plums?
Oh gosh, you could use them, again, top your salads. Eat them as a snack. Chop them up, add them to maybe some cauliflower florets.
Oh.
Roast them in the oven with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper with the cauliflower. That sweetness from the plum, the sweet tartness from the plum goes into the cauliflower, and it just, everything melds together beautifully. So you get a little bit of that sweetness, that hint of that roast. So delicious.
That sounds so good. As does everything else we have talked about in this episode. Who else has a rumbling stomach right now?
Right, I know. But what I do want to share, because people don't normally think of dehydrating food, I want to share just a quick recipe that you could do at home with dehydrating some plums. Are you ready for it?
I am. Got pen and paper in hand, Mary.
Okay, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need plums. You're going to have them remove the pit. You need a rimmed baking sheet. Then you need a baking rack to set over top that rimmed baking sheet. What I like to do is I line the bottom of the baking sheet with aluminum foil. And then I put the baking rack on top of that. So this way it makes cleanup nice and easy. Heat your oven to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And you want to use the convection mode on your oven if you have that available. Lay the fruit cut side down onto a baking rack. Set over top that rim baking sheet. Bake for about 3 to 4 hours. So the time depends on the size of the plum. Check on the fruit maybe about every hour or so. Remove the fruit from the oven, and then when it's that desired dryness that you've wanted, that you've reached for, or you're aiming for, allow the fruit to cool. Then that's when you store it in the containers, and that's it. That's all you need. And just enjoy it.
That seems pretty simple to me. I think we can all give that a try and enjoy the flavor of plums throughout the winter in this method. That was a little more sauce from us two sassy ladies, Mary Mamalidi and Jenny Arena.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram at Bits and Bites Show, or for more at bitsandbitesshow.com.